Brits are yelling. Daily Mail, through Liz Jones, accidentally exposes Kate's laziness and the endless excuses. The unintentional confession that set the internet on fire. The British public woke up gasping, blinking, clutching their tea mugs in disbelief as one of the UK's most notorious tabloid engines, the mighty, messy, eternally contradictory Daily Mail, suddenly let one of its own break rank. And not just break rank, but do the unthinkable. Admit that Kate, the carefully manufactured perfect princess, the eternal tabloid darling who could do no wrong as long as Meghan existed to blame, is now covered in so many excuses that even the Mail's own columnists can't keep up. Enter Liz Jones, who has spent years defending the same monarchy she now throws under the bus with the subtlety of a double-decker. Brits are yelling, online timelines are combusting, and the internet is asking one question. Did the Daily Mail just accidentally expose Kate for being the most excused, most protected, most carefully shielded royal in modern history? Because that headline, that simple, bold, undeniable headline, reads like an accidental confession, a moment of weakness, a slip of the mask in the world of tabloid propaganda, a breaking point that they couldn't hide anymore, no matter how many PR band-aids they glued to the situation. Sorry, but it's time for Kate to stop making excuses. Those 13 words hit harder than any royal documentary, any palace statement, or any sources say gossip avalanche. Those 13 words shattered the illusion of perfection that the tabloids spent over a decade building. Those 13 words revealed what the internet has been screaming for years. The double standards are no longer double. They are laughable. They are collapsing under their own weight. And the British public, who have been fed story after story after story, are finally seeing the cracks. The irony: the very same tabloids that once applauded Kate for doing the bare minimum, that praised her for working so hard when she averaged fewer yearly engagements than seniors who volunteer at libraries, suddenly want to pretend they have always been balanced, fair, objective, critical thinkers capable of seeing the truth. The Daily Mail wants to act like this headline was brave, honest, groundbreaking journalism, when in reality, this is nothing more than the inevitable moment when the PR shield can no longer hide the fact that Kate's entire public presence operates on a cocktail of excuses. She's resting, she's recovering, she's taking time, she's focusing on the children, she's stepping back temporarily, she's unable to attend, she's preparing for future engagements, she's reviewing duties, she's planning quietly, she's supporting behind the scenes, she's working privately. If the palace invented any more synonyms for not working, the Oxford Dictionary would need a revision. And yet every single time Meghan showed up glowing, hard-working, prepared, articulate, professional, eager and impactful, the same tabloids found something, anything, to criticise. They criticised Meghan for holding her bump. They criticised her for not holding her bump. They criticised her for working too much. They criticised her for taking maternity leave. They criticised her for opening her own businesses. They criticised her for being ambitious, creative, productive, visible, ready. Meanwhile, Kate's invisibility was rebranded as dignity, her silence repackaged as grace, her long absences reinterpreted as mystique, and her minimal work ethic transformed into a modern approach. And now, suddenly, out of nowhere, the Daily Mail wants to break the spell it cast. Suddenly, they want to act shocked that Kate makes excuses. Suddenly, the woman they've wrapped in bubble wrap for a decade is being called out by their own columnist. Suddenly, the narrative is shifting because even the tabloids can no longer justify the imbalance between Meghan's constant productivity and Kate's constant vanishing acts. The British public is not dumb. They see the pattern, they see the hypocrisy, they see the selective outrage, they see the selective empathy, and now they see the meltdown caused by this headline. Because this headline doesn't just criticise Kate, it exposes the entire machinery behind her protection. It reveals that the excuses were never organic. They were crafted, manufactured, distributed like memo notes. each excuse carefully planted, watered, and fertilized by tabloids, desperate to maintain an image that no longer aligns with reality. Liz Jones's article wasn't brave journalism. It was the inevitable leak in a sinking ship. The UK has watched Meghan be torn to shreds for existing, while Kate has been praised for doing absolutely nothing. Meghan releases a podcast. She is attention-seeking. Kate releases nothing. She is resting. Meghan launches a business. She is profiting from royal ties. Kate launches nothing. She is protecting the monarchy with quiet dignity. Meghan is photographed smiling. She is performing. Kate is photographed leaving an event early. She is tired and deserving of sympathy. Meghan wears fashion. She is wasteful. Kate wears fashion. She is relatable and thrifty. Meghan travels for charity. She is disruptive. Kate remains unseen. She is working privately. And now the Daily Mail wants to flip the narrative they themselves built, simply because the contradictions have grown too loud to ignore. The British public responded with one collective scream, a scream of disbelief, amusement, fatigue, and vindication. People cannot believe that the Daily Mail actually had the audacity to write this headline. People cannot believe that the tabloids are now pretending to hold Kate accountable after shielding her from accountability for years. People cannot believe that the moment Meghan's successes become undeniable, from her explosive wine sales, to her brand expansion, to her global influence, the tabloids suddenly decide that now is the time to scrutinize Kate. Not last year, not the year before, not the decade before, now, conveniently now. Because when Meghan shines too brightly, the palace machinery has only two strategies: silence or smokescreen. And when silence doesn't work, smokescreen articles appear. The kind written to balance the scales. The kind written to make it appear like tabloid criticism is fair. The kind written to distract from the embarrassment that Meghan Sussex continues to thrive while the monarchy continues to wither under the weight of its own laziness and excuses. Liz Jones's headline is not journalism, it's strategy. It's a PR survival move disguised as bravery. It's an admission disguised as an opinion piece. It's the tabloid version of, "We can't cover for you anymore." And the British public is absolutely screaming. Because in one headline, the Daily Mail confirmed everything they once denied. They confirmed the cushioned treatment. They confirmed the covering up. They confirmed the excuses. They confirmed the double standards so loud that even the royalists can no longer gaslight their way around it. Kate has been protected for so long that the mere suggestion she is responsible for anything feels like breaking royal protocol. But reality creeps in, and the reality is this: the monarchy's image machine is crumbling, the excuses are collapsing under their own weight, and the public's patience is evaporating. The headline hit like an earthquake because it speaks to a truth that the UK has tiptoed around for years, a truth hidden behind curated photo ops, scripted appearances, and manufactured narratives. The truth is that Kate's workload is not only minimal, it is inconsistent, erratic, and frequently explained to the public like she is a fragile vase that can't be moved more than twice a week. The entire system is built on portraying Kate as delicate, serene, and unburdened, while portraying Meghan as explosive, controversial, and constantly too much. And yet, between the two women, who has been delivering consistent work, global engagements, international projects, high-impact initiatives, best-selling products, global partnerships, and visible influence, it certainly isn't the one the tabloids praise. So the moment the Daily Mail posted the headline, the internet erupted, not because people were shocked by Kate's excuses, but because people were shocked that the Daily Mail finally said it out loud. The public reaction? Hilarious, chaotic, unfiltered, British humour at its sharpest. People joked that Kate must be furious, that William must be stomping around Kensington Palace demanding a retraction, that royal PR officers must be sweating bullets trying to rewrite the next 5 press releases. Others joked that Meghan must be somewhere in California, sipping tea, minding her business, while the British tabloids implode over their own contradictions. Memes exploded across TikTok and X. People compared the headline to a teenager finally being told to clean their room. Others compared it to a teacher finally telling the class that the quiet student has been slacking all semester. The British sense of humour thrives in chaos, and this headline delivered the perfect storm. But beneath the jokes lies a much deeper truth. The British public is tired. Tired of the double standards, tired of the propaganda, tired of being told who to like and who to hate, tired of watching two women be treated so differently simply because one fits the monarchy's preferred image and the other doesn't. The British public wants honesty, consistency, reality, and reality is knocking loudly, louder than any PR spin can silence, because for a decade, Meghan has been the lightning rod the monarchy used to distract from its own stagnation. She was the scapegoat, the diversion, the lightning shield. But Meghan is no longer playing their game. She is succeeding on her own terms, without palace interference, without tabloid control, without needing approval from a system that never treated her fairly. And now that Meghan's name can no longer be used to deflect, the spotlight turns inward, onto the very people the tabloids worked so hard to protect. Liz Jones didn't write a groundbreaking article. She wrote the first crack in a collapsing wall. Because once you start calling out Kate's excuses, you can no longer justify the silence around William's inconsistencies. You can no longer hide the gaps in royal work output. You can no longer blame everything on Meghan. You can no longer pretend the monarchy is functioning at full capacity. You can no longer pretend everything is fine. This headline will not be the last. It is the beginning, the first domino to fall. The British people are waking up to the truth that the monarchy is not the well-oiled machine it pretends to be. And as the public begins questioning Kate's excuses, the entire narrative surrounding the institution begins to unravel. Because if the most protected royal can be criticised, then no royal is safe from scrutiny anymore. And the Daily Mail, perhaps unintentionally, perhaps strategically, opened the door. The British public is yelling, laughing, and taking notes. Because for years, Meghan told the truth. Harry told the truth. The public saw the truth. And now the tabloids are finally catching up, slower than everyone else, but forced nonetheless by the weight of their own contradictions. Kate's excuses are not the story. The story is that the tabloid system built to protect her is cracking wide open. And this headline, the one the whole UK is yelling about, is the moment the curtain finally slipped.
The submission itself sounds nice. And to my amazing and peculiar Sussex family, thank you all for watching our videos and tuning in to Daily Diaries Friday's update. Keep it light, keep it there, and see you next time in our next episode. Bye-bye. May you have a good day and a good time. Keep shining. Bye-bye.